Hey guys, so here I am, with the new video, and I know that today's topic may not really be a topic that you guys are gonna really not so much enjoy, but it's a sad topic, and it's something that I really wanted to bring to your attention and YouTube's attention and whatnot. Now, if you guys know me, you know that I'm an excruciatingly huge, big animal lover. And I am always fighting for, animal rights and to make sure animals get the care that they deserve and are placed where they belong. And when animals like whales or, just other animals that live in the ocean are killed and slaughtered or captured for zoos, it makes me incredibly angry. And now, before you go and tell me that that sometimes it's better for the animal to be in a zoo, I know that. Sometimes, but not all the time, is it good for an animal to be captured and kept in a zoo. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I know that, it could be hard out there for, certain animals. And I was trying to get Hope in the shot, but I figured animals, and she's sitting here. But it's really upsetting, and it breaks my heart when animals such as whales, or anything really, is captured or killed for people to eat. It just really breaks my heart, because I believe that animals should be out in the wild. And I know that we can't always have them be out in the wild, because sometimes they are safer in zoos, and they won't be harmed from people that want to kill them or whatnot. But there are a lot of zoos out there that actually are not really the great places, a great place for an animal to be. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because I don't know. Sorry. I don't know if you guys knew about the story that just happened yesterday about the 18-month-old giraffe that was in Denmark, and he was living in a zoo in Denmark. He was 18 months old, and they couldn't find him another home to go to. And what happened was the zoo ended up killing this 18-month-old giraffe. Now, when I pronounce his name, I don't know if I'm pronouncing the giraffe's name right. I don't know if it's Marius or Marcus, but I think it's Marius. But anyway, this story just really breaks my heart, and I can't emphasize enough how much this really breaks my heart. And I just think that what that zoo did is horrible. It was in Copenhagen, Denmark, and I'm reading different things about this giraffe, and he was cute. He was so cute. I want to show you a picture of him before I go on. And it's been a thing that's been going on for a little while now. They didn't know where they were going to put him, or where, if they were going to have a place to put him anywhere. And there was a wildlife place that wanted to take him, but apparently couldn't, or something. And yesterday morning, he was brutally slaughtered. And in captivity, Marius could have lived and expected until he could have lived at least until he was 28 years old, out in the wild. And instead, he became lion food while he was still a baby. And what happened was, after, hang on, let me show you this picture of him, because he's absolutely just such a cutie. I mean, you can't, how could you not, can you even see that? There we go. How could you not love that little face? Look at him. Hang on, I'm gonna get a better picture for you guys. I mean, I know that you can just Google it, but I'd rather just show you, because he's truly just an amazing animal. Sad. Okay, so this was Marius. 18 months old. So this is just so hard for me to talk about, but I really, really, really wanted to talk about it, because it's just, humanity makes me so sad. And like, this poor baby giraffe at the age of 18 months should have not became lion food for the lions at the zoo. The director and people that worked in the zoo, they slaughtered him. First, they shot him in the head with the bullet. And then after he was dead, they slaughtered him into a lot of pieces, and they fed him to the lions. And there's actually a lot of disturbing images online. They filmed the whole entire process of killing Marius, and like, it's like they were almost proud that they killed this giraffe. He was killed, dissected, and then he was fed to the lions at the Copenhagen Zoo. And there were children around watching this poor giraffe get killed and slaughtered and then eaten by other animals at the zoo. And I can't understand for the life of me how this is okay. I mean, it's a tragic event, and the giraffe was 18 months old. I just feel like the directors of Copenhagen Zoo are the worst form of human scum, and I can't truly wrap my mind around this story and why they killed him just because they could not find Marius a home. So I just keep wondering, why couldn't they just hold on to him until they found a place for him? It's not like he was hurting anyone. I mean, he was just a baby. And it's just sad. And I know a lot of people have a lot of different opinions on zoos, And a lot of people think that zoos are better for animals, and sometimes they are. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that zoos are bad, but they're not the greatest place. And if I were you, I would not be supporting zoos and giving them your money to watch animals be captured in these cages. Just like whales, every time I think of a whale, I've watched Blackfish, the documentary Blackfish. It was really good, but very heartbreaking because they just go out and they search for these whales, and they either A, they kill them and slaughter them, or B, they capture them and they bring them to the zoos. And then something tragic happens, like a person will fall in the water with the with the whale, and the whale will maybe hurt the person or whatever, but then they blame the animal. And I don't think that's fair, because you're putting a wild animal in a small compartment, and you expect that animal to not be frightened or scared. I just don't get it. I mean, I've been wrapped up in the story about the giraffe for a few days now, and it really, when news broke of the pending fate of the young giraffe, needless to say, it was just heartbreaking, and I feel awful. And I just feel like if more people did something about that, or maybe if we started a petition for this giraffe to have that zoo shut down. I mean, really, what right does a zoo have to kill that 18-month-old giraffe just because they couldn't find a new home for the giraffe right away? So that gives them the right to go out and kill him, slaughter him, and let children watch, and then feed him to lions while children and other people watched. I just can't. I mean, the children watched as he was dissected. And what kind of zoo is that? Who lets people, let alone children, watch an animal get dissected? I don't get it. I really don't. And I'm an animal activist, and please, if you have any ounce of care for animals, even if you're not like a huge animal lover, but I know a lot of you are, please pass this video along. Let's do something for this poor giraffe that was so brutally killed and slaughtered for no reason at all. And, if nobody speaks up for these animals, nobody will, because we are their voice, and they can't talk. So we have to be their voice, and we have to talk for them, and we have to stick up for them. Because, like, whales are so smart. I just watched this video earlier on this whale that was stuck from being, people were trying to capture him to keep him, and he was all tangled up in wires and just all kinds of stuff. And these 5 or 6 people on a boat, they were just, cruising around in the ocean, and they saw that the whale was just floating on top of the water, So they went up to him to see if it was alive, and he was. And he couldn't move because he was captured. So these people did everything they could for up to an hour to free him. And at the end, when they freed him, the whale was so happy. He was doing like flips in the air, and the whale stayed with the boat for a good like hour afterwards. And I truly believe that that was kind of like the whale's way of saying thank you for freeing me. You know, I'm free now. I could go splash around and live my life. I just think that zoos are disgusting, and I don't think that this should be happening. And I really just believe that what kind of organization is Copenhagen Zoo if they're killing a baby giraffe and parading it around for the world to see? It doesn't seem right. So please, 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 share this story. Please share it. Share it with your friends, your family. Share it on your Facebook walls, Twitter, Tumblr. Please, please share it. Get this out. This zoo shouldn't be allowed to do that. It seems awful. Well, it is awful, but it's a tragedy, and I don't believe that this Denmark zoo should just be able to just kill that baby giraffe for no reason. Because that's true animal cruelty. And then to parade it around for the world to see is just not, it's not human. And I know I may get a lot of hate for this video. A lot of people might say, you know, zoos are best for animals because they're safer and blah, blah, blah. And I know that sometimes they are. But obviously this zoo should not be up and running, and it shouldn't even be allowed to run anymore. And I really, truly hope that you take a second to pass this video on and for that 18-month-old giraffe. Do it for him, and do it for all the other animals that are captured or will be killed due to ignorance and horrible, horrible humanity. If you would like to know more about his story, Google it under Marius, and he was in Copenhagen Zoo in Denmark, and you can read his story there. But until then, peace and love. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like this button. I'm sorry, like the button. Put a thumbs up on the like button. And if you are an animal lover, put a like. And if you are against animal abuse, hit the like button. And together we can hopefully do something about this or all the other animals. But until next time, I love you guys so much. Be cool, be kind, don't judge. And be kind to one another, okay? I love you. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Tumblr. All the links are in the down bar. And I'll talk to you soon.